David steps in now. He knows what's waiting for him, Singy. An arm of top-tier command and stuff to match.
Yeah, no freebies here, Boog. You got to earn everything when you're up against a pitcher of this caliber.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Next offering is foul back. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that's a one-out single.
Really nice job, a two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Ripped on a line to center. Merrill on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out. This one smoked on its way out of here. His first homer of the year. Stepping in the long ball threat, Joe David.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
And a foul ball. That one hammered but pulled foul. Oh, and 2 now. No question about this one. It's out of here.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his third home run of the game. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 14-7.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way.
David was a real bright spot despite the loss. A special game at the dish with 3 homers.
No question, he was a big contributor for him here. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Joe David. And now the right fielder, Joe David. Caught everyone's attention yesterday afternoon with 3 homers. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Merrill on his way over. He's got it. One pitch and one out.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Now a whip into left center, and that's got extra bases written all over it. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
This one in the air center field. Merrill on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out. Joe David stands in for the Phillies. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying out of here. The 2-run shot. That's his 4th home run of the series. And they add on. It's 3-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
David had a sensational showing in the win.
Though they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
And now for the Phillies, Joe David. On the ground. And that's a fair ball. Lead runner around second. Here comes the throw. Into second with a double. And they've got something brewing now.
Waste no time there. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Hard hit left side. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out, and the inning is over. David digging in. They say pressure makes diamonds. Let's see if this turns into a gem.
Yeah, time to see if this one shines.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. David locks in. Not the at-bat they were hoping for just now, so it's up to him with 2 outs.
Well, this guy's got the right mindset, Boog. Just needs to stay within himself and deliver.
Laser to the gap should score the run. In to score is Turner. And he'll pull into second safely. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
There's a line drive to left field. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left. David really excelled in this one and contributed to the win.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
Job David, fresh off an at the plate. Job David. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Lead runner around second. Cut off, throw to second. The tag, and they cut him down, going for 2.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Ripped to third and caught. 1 pitch and 1 out. Back at Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the 6th inning. Job David stands in for the Phillies. There's a swing and a drive. Bangs off the wall. And he's going to get to second with nobody out. 1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. This one's blistered. No doubt about it. Out of here. Grand slam.
Just an unbelievable turn of events here. I mean, they've been putting together solid at-bats all inning to set the table for him, and he delivered big time to get him the lead. Huge momentum shift on that swing, and now let's see if they can hold on.
David in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 2 on, 2 outs. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Now a long throw home. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And they lead by 4. And his hot hitting, David, really stood out in this win. 4 hits, 1 of them a homer.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Job David comes into this. 1 down. Job David stands in for the Phillies. Coming off a big game last night with 5 runs driven in. That one ripped left field. Way back there. It's got a chance. To the warning track. Makes the catch. There's a line drive to left field. Green takes it in for the out. 1 down. David was driving the offense for them in his last game with 5 RBIs. Liner, base hit.
Pick it up.
So a man aboard now with one away.
Hey, way to square that up. Nice hit.
Stepping in the long ball threat, Joe David, 1 for 3. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Meadows under it. And that is the third out of the inning. David did well enough for them.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
One down. Joe David stands in for the Phillies. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. This one in the air right field, and no one can get there. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily. So now the injury forcing a substitution at second base. Here's the Phillies. David extended the hitting streak in this one.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall for him in the loss.
David digging in, big time pitcher, so he better have a plan, Singy. Otherwise, it's a short trip.
Yeah, Boogie's just got to pick a pitch and go. No guessing, no hesitation.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
And the 0-1. Hit hard, base hit.
Find the ball.
So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Welcome back to the ballpark here on Jackie Robinson Day. And now for the Phillies, Joe David. That one drilled left field. Carrying well. Out of here.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Swung on, belted. That one carrying. And gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. David digs in. They're in front, but that lead could shrink quickly.
A little breathing room never hurt, Boog. He's got the bat to supply that 0-2.
This one in the air, center field. Jenkins gets under it. One up, one down.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely. Really incredible performance on the mound. You know he's going to stew a little bit over that one hit that he gave up, because when you look at the body of work, so dominant, if he'd have made just one better pitch, perhaps he'd have a no-hitter.
David stepping in now. Tough matchup here when you're facing someone that throws 97 miles an hour on the black.
Yeah, Boog, forget the scouting report. He's just got to step in the box and trust his instincts.
Swung on, belted.
Come on, ball. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Carrying well. And it is gone.
Boog, Boog. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind.
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here.
When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Foul ball. Scott measures 6 feet 4 inches, 215 pounds, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2021. That smash towards center. Buxton under it. 2 away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard.
David had a sensational showing in the win. Had 3 hits, 2 of them homers.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
Job David. And now the right fielder, Job David. On the ground. And foul ball. David went off for 2 homers in his last game. In the air out towards right center. Takes it in for the out. Man at first, 1 away. Well struck left field. That's got a chance. Got it. Bangs against the wall but holds on.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
David steps in. RBI opportunity here.
Yeah, Boog, important to try and close the gap. One at-bat can tilt the scale.
Save! In comes the run from second. It's 6-1. Man at first. And now for the Phillies, Job David. Left field, way back there. That one carrying. And that's going to bang against the wall. Lead runner touches second, headed for third.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job.
David strung that hitting streak out for another game.
If he can consistently put up games like this one, they're more likely to get the win than the loss, even if it didn't work out today.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Job David stands in for the Phillies. Crushed, left center field. This one's deep, forget it. A 2-run homer. No question about this one, it's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. Second and third here. 1 away. This one driven. Deep center field. On its way. Home run.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, so special. And I tell you what.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. And he's gone yard again. His 4th home run of the game. One down. Joe David stands in for the Phillies. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And the 0-1. This one smoked on its way out of here. Their homer. His 5th home run of the game. So 2 down. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Joe David.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back. And it's gone. Another homer. His 6th home run of the game. And they add a run. It's 15-5.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too.
David was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. An unthinkable 6-homer performance.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Joe David, one of the most. Now it's the right fielder, Joe David.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. 15 hits over the last 5 games for him. What a run.
This one in the air, center field. And there's 2 away. Ripped on a line to center. Whitaker gets under it, and that is that. There's a line drive to left field. That's a base hit, and with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Run away to
This one in the air, center field. Brings it in. 1 down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That one back. Into the shrubbery and gone. Bye-bye ball. Oh.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
Joe David has been. And now for the Phillies, Joe David. Homered last night, added another hit as well. In the air, right field. Scott on the move. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Takes it in for the out.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And it stays fair. Around first, digging for 2. To first, and he scrambles back safely. Took a big turn there. David starts it off with a lead. Looking to play add-on, not just maintenance, Singy.
Yeah, partner, when you've got momentum, you ride it.
This one in the air, center field. And there's 1 down.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball.
David get that hitting streak going.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
Now, here is Joe David.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately, averaging more than 2 hits per game in his last.
Oh, this is deep to left center. Way back there. On its way. Gone.
Power versus power.
So digging in, Joe David. And he has a chance to homer for the second time this inning.
I'm sure it never crossed his mind and he'd get another chance to do that again in this inning, but here we are. Let's see if he can pull it off.
Out front, rip foul. Singy's currently the team leader in runs batted in. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. In the air, this one's well struck, and it is gone. Grand slam.
Oh, great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple, so stay focused on that. Well, he does more than just a knock. It's the grand slam to drop.
And that one hammered. Gone. He dunks it off the foul pole.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Base hit, and aboard on the leadoff single. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that
there's a swing and a drive. That'll make it out of here. And he's gone yard again. His 4th home run of the game. Man at first. Now, Joe David. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. Another homer. His 5th home run of the game. And they add on. It's 21-1. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
David was a big contributor for them in the win. 5 homers in this one. Truly incredible.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Joe David is ready. And now, Joe David.
The right fielder, Joe
David with another scorching run of play lately. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
What a stop. Goes to second with it, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Things just not clicking into place. Fundamentals on all sides of the ball are lacking, and it's tough to win games at this level if you're not playing clean baseball as a team.
Myers on the move, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And now the right fielder, Joe David. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, but he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got...
This ball is hammered deep center field. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-1.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
David was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. Cracked a pair of homers. Joe David. One down. Joe David stands in for the Phillies. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in. This one smoked on its way out of here. A solo shot. That's his 3rd home run of the series. Back here at Coors Field. All set for the start of the inning. So the Philadelphia Phillies have had an outstanding start to the season. Only a few weeks in, but so far they're every bit as good as expected, Singy.
Boog, we've gotten the opportunity to just see how confident this ball club is, and everyone knew coming in they were going to be a good team, and sometimes teams can struggle under those lofty expectations, but not these guys so far. You can see the swagger, and on top of it, they're producing the results to back it up.
And while it's still early, we're definitely getting glimpses of just how good they can be. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. No question about this one. It's out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
David digging in. Runner in scoring position. Game hanging in the balance. Big moment here.
Yeah, this is where reputations get built, Boog. Time to come through in the clutch.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. Another homer. That's his 3rd home run of the game. One down, base is empty here in the 9th. Left field, way back there. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Around first, heading for 2. And now the tying run is into scoring position. David had a great showing in this game despite the team's loss. A special game at the dish with 3 homers.
I'll tell you, I was excited every time he came up. Even though he couldn't lift them to a win, he really made an impact. Great job in this one.
Joe David went yard. And now for the Phillies, Joe David caught everyone's attention yesterday afternoon with 3 homers. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say.
And that one hammered. And that one's gone into the bleachers.
Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
That's hard hit on the line. And foul ball. David, multi-time All-Star, just 21 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And it stays fair. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Pulls in with a double. 3rd hit for him today.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
So 2 down. Joe David will hit next.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Here comes the 0-1. Now a rip into left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. In safely with a double, his 2nd of the day. and his hot hitting continues.
Up next,
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Well struck left field.
Find it.
And it's off the wall. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's an RBI single. It's 11-0. David really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. A 5-hit performance, including a homer.
Really impressive work at the dish, Boog. He gave his teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask him to do.
Joe David with 5 hits last time out. One down. Now the number 2 hitter, Joe David. A 5-hit ball game yesterday, so we'll see how he backs it up here. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. His 28th home run of the season. Can't hang on. Still fires to first, and they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Runner at second, nobody out. Out front, rip foul. David with an impressive 5-hit performance in his last game. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Headed for the plate. And they lead by 2. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. Relay to second, and he's got no chance. He's out. Now here is Joe David. He crushed one out of here earlier. An absolute tape measure shot.
Yeah, indeed. It was a rocket. Just launched that thing.
Oh, this is deep to left center. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. David steps in with 2 outs and nobody on. He's basically saying, fine, I'll do it myself.
That's right. Might as well cue the movie trailer voice.
In a world where nobody gets on base. That is the inning. David was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. Cracked a pair of homers.
Really impressive work at the dish, Boog. He gave his teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask him to do.
Joe David. Joe David stands in for the Phillies.
Joe David.
And first offering is fouled off. Chris, he's their team leader when it comes to RBIs. And now the 0-1. Line drive, base hit. The throw in. And he's out.
Got him. That's an out.
David stepping in. One door closed, but here's another shot, Singy. This guy has a chance to deliver.
Opportunity to be a great teammate right here, Boog. Nothing says I got you like a 2-out ribby.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Two on, 2 outs. This one in the air, right field. Can't reach it. This should score at least 1. 1 runs in. Relay throw home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. The Phils off to a hot start this season, playing very well in the early going. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Yeah, you mentioned how well they played, Boog, and I think it's a sign of things to come. You don't win as frequently as they have by accident.
The 0-1. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first, and they get the out.
fastball grooved right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
That one is absolutely belted. And that's a foul ball.
All over the first pitch fastball right there, but just a little bit out front. Got to let it travel just a bit more.
Well struck left field. That's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. Coming home. And they take a 3-run lead. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down.
David had a great showing in the win. A 3-hit performance, including 2 extra base knocks.
Well, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
1 down. And now for the Phillies, Joe David. Hit hard on the ground is short. Throw to first in time.
Batting third, the designated hitter.
The Phillies have raced out of the gate to start the season. Jumps, but it's off his glove. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Phillies, Joe David. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Home run number 30 on the year. So 2 down, and here is Joe David.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
What a stop. Over to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Man at first. And now for the Phillies, Joe David. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. Another homer. That's his 4th home run of this. And they boost their lead. It's 7-3.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter.
David really stood out in this win. 2 homers on the day.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
One down. Joe David stands in for the Phillies.
David.
And there's a foul ball. Today, a significant day in Major League Baseball. It is Lou Gehrig Day throughout the majors as we honor one of the greatest players in the history of the game. And that one ripped left field. And it is gone. His 39th home run of the season. David digging in. This matchup has been one-sided and not in the pitcher's favor, Chris.
Yeah, probably circled this one when the schedule came out. Might as well hand him the remote. He's been in full control in this one.
Fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Back in Washington, D.C., Joe David steps in, league leader in OPS, Singy.
Yeah, he's crushing mistakes, but also taking what pitchers give him. That's next level hitting.
Relay, 3-3-3.
In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And that one hammered. Hassel ranging back on it. Makes the catch up against the wall. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied.
When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the...
One-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Joe David, fresh off. David digs in. He's had this pitcher's number. Fastball off speed. It hasn't mattered, Singy.
Yeah, you can tell he steps in with confidence. It's like he already knows the answer to the test.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Here comes the 0-1. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
That ball's hit hard.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Ripped to third and caught. One pitch and one out. That one ripped left field. And it bangs off the foul pole. Home run. He'll take a jog around the bases. David locks in. You could feel it. Big moment here.
Yeah, everyone in the yard just sat up in their seats. So did I, Boo.
This one's blistered. No doubt about it. Out of here. Grand slam. Another homer. His second home run of the game. Now the number 2 hitter, Joe David.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Oh, 1 now. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Carrying well. Gone.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in.
David had a great showing in the win. Smashed 3 homers at the plate.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
David steps in, facing one of the top arms in the league. Big moment, big challenge.
You know, Boog, these are the matchups that tell you what a hitter is made of. Let's see what he brings to the table right here.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
That one is absolutely belted. Going.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Back at the ballpark. And in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you've got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. David, the former Rookie of the Year, just 21 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And foul ball. Dubon, the runner at first with 2 gone. And foul ball. And that's just foul.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
No question about this one. It's out of here.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Base hit into the outfield. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. Joe David getting ready to hit. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Hard hit into the gap. 1 run will score. Here comes Bregman around third. Relay throw home. The tag.
On the tag,
out.
he's out.
That ends the inning. But David really stood out in this win. 4 hits, 2 of them leaving the yard.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.